The president's White House executive order also loosens language on providing help for Christian refugees, and it's written to withstand a legal challenge in the courts. The move comes as the administration is also taking on a major foreign policy challenge. White House correspondent Jennifer Wishon brings us that story.
The White House is hitting the reset button after the president's first immigration order was shut down by a panel of judges. This time, there was no fanfare, no big bill signing. Instead, the cabinet secretaries responsible for carrying it out handled the details. Attorney General Jeff Sessions says, like the first executive order, it's perfectly legal.
This executive order responsibly provides a needed pause. We can carefully review how we scrutinize people coming here from these countries of concern.
Travelers from Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen are banned from entering the country for 90 days. Iraq, which was included in the first order, has been removed after the country made improvements to its vetting system. People traveling for medical care or foreign nationals working for the U.S. government are free to enter the country. The rollout is delayed until March 16th to give travelers and agencies a chance to comply and to appease the courts.
We cannot risk the prospect of malevolent actors using our immigration system to take American lives.
So what about Christians and other religious minorities facing persecution? Instead of giving them priority, the Departments of State and Homeland Security have been given the power to grant waivers if being denied status as a refugee would cause someone undue hardship, like Christians and others facing genocide at the hands of ISIS. Despite the administration's efforts, the new order could face challenges from opponents. Meanwhile, the White House isn't saying much about President Trump's charge that former President Obama wiretapped Trump Tower. They say they're waiting for the House and Senate Intelligence Committees to begin their investigations.
He would ask that they additionally look into this issue of leaks of classified and other information coming from the government. He believes that it undermines our national security.
And the president is also dealing with a major test in foreign policy, the growing threat of North Korea. During the nation's ballistic missile test this weekend, 3 of the missiles landed in Japanese waters.
Imagine someday one of these North Korean missiles accidentally doesn't stop in the Sea of Japan, but accidentally detonates or hits somewhere in Japan. I can tell you, Japan would respond. Imagine if the same thing happened in South Korea. South Korea would respond. And we're talking about nuclear weapons being possibly introduced to this.
Of course, both of those countries are U.S. allies.
Absolutely. So that would draw the United States into any conflict.
Harry Kazianis with the Center for the National Interest expects to see North Korea launch more missiles more frequently as it works to strengthen its offensive capabilities.
North Korea, for example, could put biological weapons. They could put chemical weapons. They could even get some crude radioactive material and stick it on a missile and lob it at the United States. That would have a very, very, very scary effect on the United States, its allies. So it doesn't have to be a nuclear weapon.
He says Kim Jong-un knows the U.S. won't invade his country as long as he has nuclear capabilities. The Trump administration is considering tougher sanctions, even resuming stalled negotiations to combat North Korea's aggressions. And the Wall Street Journal reports a White House review of strategy includes the possibility of using military force or regime change against the North to blunt its nuclear threat. Last week, a senior White House official called North Korea the greatest threat facing the U.S. Jennifer Wishon, CBN News, the White House.